Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Bills coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the Bills, a team trending upwards the last few years. Losers to KC in the AFC title game last season, but now in the Super Bowl seeking that elusive first-ever title.
And I like what you just said there about how they're trending. This feels like the 1990s again when this Bills franchise went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years. They came up empty each time, but now they think that after last year's appearance in the AFC title game, this could be the year. And let's face it, those 1990s teams, they're rooting for them in a big way.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And what a terrific few years it's been for Josh Allen. It's been an ascension because we saw a huge jump in 2020. Both in accuracy, leadership, and just overall ability to carry a team. He actually got his team, the Buffalo Bills, to the AFC title game, and then got over that hump 2 weeks ago, and now he's got them in the Super Bowl. They look for their first ever Super Bowl title. Remember, they won titles in the AFL, but also remember those 4 losses in Super Bowls. Now they're trying to earn their first one for the Buffalo Bills Mafia.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And quite an ascension for Kyler Murray. 13, 18-1 in 2 years coming into this season as the starting quarterback. But he really turned it on here in year 3. All of it came together. The running, the passing, the leadership, and he has his Cardinals in the Super Bowl. And they look for their first Super Bowl title in this era.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for James Conner. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Murray. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jordan Phillips forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it if you're a quarter. Touchdown, Cardinals! With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Marquez. And all deep in his own territory. Coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Cardinals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge look for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Nowhere to go that time.
I'm gonna hit you.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Allen.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And caught, right side, Green. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From just shy of midfield, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The Cards get to it here. He's brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down is Allen. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
After the sack on first down, Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Kingsley Keke, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. after one, a 14-3 ball game. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with counter. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
That's it, baby. We go.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Murray now on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd and 9, Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to 4. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And able to catch it on the outside, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Bills send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Murray a give. This is counter.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Murray going to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the captain, defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Bring it up!
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
First down, Murray. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The 40. 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Murray giving to Connor on the option. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A solid stiff arm. Oh, breaks a tackle and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On the ground, it's Singletary. They'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On play action, Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Escaping the pressure right. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it, complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there just before halftime.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
To throw, it's Murray. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Murray now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
Touchdown! Devin Singletary from 6 yards away.
And the Bills will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Allen will try to throw for it. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Right back to Connor here on first. And some room to run now. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
Well, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. On second and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff given to Connor. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Murray now. Ertz has it left side. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray finding Green complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10 is counter. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 53 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that they've got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain there for the Bills. Big plays back and forth just continue.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
first down. Singletary, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On first down, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think, that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 59 yards. And the Bills are getting closer now to that ever-elusive first Super Bowl victory. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Murray going to throw. This will be swung out here for counter. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, Singletary. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, it would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
First down, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McBride. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Murray to air it out again. Screen pass to Connor. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and a ring with a catch left side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 56. Singletary again. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 1st down, Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Diggs has it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.